Hey, I'm Angie.
And I'm Ryan.
And we're
Lovespirals. Here we are back for another Chillin with Lovespirals podcast.
Oh my god. Yeah. So, we've got lots of news, as you can imagine. I don't even remember how long it's been since that last one.
Yeah, after Numenon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, which was a few months ago.
Yeah. Anyways, the big news is that 1 week ago, yesterday, we released a new song.
It's the podcast. Yeah, we're really excited. Yeah, it's called Not Myself. And that, strangely, is recorded around the time of Numenon. I had this big creative burst back in the cold months and winter earlier this year. I kind of wrote the two, and we recorded the two around the same time. And strangely, decided to go with Numenon first, even though we finished Not Myself first. That's the strange thing. That was the first one. But I thought Numenon would be a good comeback song.
Yeah, I'm glad we went with Numenon first.
Yeah.
Like, it's, really solid songwriting and everything. And thank you, everyone who, added to your Spotify playlist or played it.
Yeah, the thousands of you that did. Thank you. That was amazing.
Yeah. And then we put out the remix that we hinted at on the last podcast.
Yeah.
The drum and bass mix.
And then the instrumental guitar focus mix. So.
Which, to this day, the instrumental guitar focus is only on Bandcamp, by the way. So if you haven't heard it yet, you can go check it out over on Bandcamp.
We'll put the link down there.
Yes. So, Not Myself, so much time was going by after Numenon, and life kept changing and moving, and I was like, let's just get it out.
Yeah.
Let's just get it out. So I just really quickly got together and I got that album art, which the album art for Not Myself was actually one of the ones I had pitched Ryan for Numenon. And then we decided to go, I think what we went with was way better, though. Your moody photograph.
And went along with the video concept as well. So it was just a consistent theme there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. It goes along with the vertical format flower-based video you made for it, too. So, again, a consistent theme, sort of.
I know. We're getting a little better at that, huh?
Yeah, you learn something once you hit 57 years old.
That's so funny. Yeah, so Not Myself, I feel like it really goes with the change of the seasons, too.
That was one advantage of waiting a few months and releasing it now. If we got our winter kind of stuff, it's cold here finally in Southern California. Yeah, at the equinox that we're having now, the autumnal equinox. So it's kind of nice to have the cold weather come in for a lot of us. And the song, I think, is pretty. I wrote it during some really cold weather, so I think I'm starting to feel the moods again now that I had when I wrote the song. When we made the song,
I know you were not the only one that wrote it.
I came up with the music. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking I was making all the music together. Yeah, I'm not trying to diminish your amazing vocals on the song at all. Don't get me wrong.
People don't really know how songs get made here.
Let's give them a little tiny hint here. It usually starts off with a loop. Yeah.
And this one's got that great piano loop.
Yeah, that's a really start off with that piano sound. Yeah. Then I started layering stuff. I think once I got the acoustic guitar and the drum beat, the song was really starting to take form. And it's some more stuff like bass guitar.
That happened later,
atmospherics.
As I recall, I think it came very shortly after doing that remix for Alan Electronico.
Yeah. I think we went right into this song after that. That was for Project Records, and I'm really proud. I think that's the best remix I've ever done. And she's got in on it, too, of course. That's the Lovespirals remix. I got to get her voice on it.
Yeah. So you were still kind of thinking, in this kind of, retro, really loop-based.
Yeah.
Not a strong narrative lyric thing.
Yeah.
So you said to me, I was thinking about maybe, could you do something that's, not such a strong, lyric-based vocal? And I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I could totally do that.
Yeah, I think it's something that's more like samples, like I would have done in 1999 or 2005 or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds fun. And the thing is, so I keep a lot of lyrics. I used to write them in a book, but now I write them on my phone for obvious reasons. So I just start looking through there, and I have little snatches of poetry. Sometimes I think of a line or two, or maybe one verse, but I don't finish the whole song. So I was just looking for something that I thought was really evocative and would tell a story in the least amount of words possible, basically. So I found that I don't know who I am, but I know I'm not myself, which I'm sorry to say I do not remember writing it. And the thing is with notes too, as soon as you update a note, it changes the date. So I don't always know the date that I wrote it either. But anyway, so I found that, and so we started just recording kind of like ad libs, more or less.
Just had you come and just sing off the top of your head, like your lyrics and just whatever stuff you came up. And,
and I remember we came with it.
The hums. And then once we get a bunch of stuff recorded, we'll just go and edit it and start playing with it, and then that'll start determining the structure of the song. Like, I should have a new section here, breakdown, and the whole thing.
Yeah, so, and then I think we kind of learned from some of our other experiences recently, like, it's cool to get something, like, really evocative right up front.
Yeah.
So, I thought starting with the
Yeah, what she means is, like, don't wait for the cool, like, people, don't make listeners wait, like, 30 or 60 seconds of give them something cool.
Which is something we've always kind of done.
It's like, that may have been cool in the 80s and 90s and stuff, but now people have short attention spans. If not, they're going to click next on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever.
We don't want you guys
so
clicking
make
next.
sure at the beginning, within the first 5-10 seconds, listeners know there's going to be some cool stuff, even though we're starting kind of chill.
Yeah, and we did that on the This Ain't Love. We're like, let's put that really cool vocal right up front so they know there's going to be some ethereal vocals that it's going to take a while to get into. But
they're going to be there.
Yeah.
Because, on Alan Electronica's original song, it's just like a robot voice.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a beautiful, ethereal woman.
Yeah. I'm not even sure if that robot voice is a woman or if it's like him singing.
Don't know.
Or what.
Never asked.
It's hard to tell, with format shift and everything. You don't know.
Some kind of crazy vocoder,
Yeah, so that was fun to lay in all those different vocals, and to, we tried to affect them all in a way that made them all stand out. So it ends up forming like a really nice kind of like a rondelay style.
Yeah, our production styles have been evolving over the years too.
Yeah.
That said, even though there's a lot of new tricks in this song, a lot of them, I really, when I listen to it, I don't know about you guys can comment down below. I feel like I'm like taken back like 20, 25 years or something like that.
I know, it's so wistful.
I mean, it doesn't sound fully retro, but it kind of does. Like with the drum beat, the chill out kind of down tempo BPM and stuff.
Yeah.
It reminds me of just my past. Sometimes I tell Angie, I just visualize walking around like San Francisco in the late 90s or something like that. So that's my personal memories. I'm sure your guys' will be different especially if you're older and you have, adultish memories from the 1990s and stuff or 2000s.
I think a lot of our listeners are older.
Yeah, but like I suppose that Numenon, even though it has some retro references as far as sounds or genre, I consider it very kind of modern sound, or song. But Not Myself.
Like the production.
Yeah, Not Myself. I feel it's just like a beautiful homage to the past. And without sounding like trying to, like, like you hear some 80s bands are really trying to be 80s.
Yes.
It's kind of cheesy. Not like that. Just my most sincere, honest tribute to that era.
Which one?
Not Myself.
For me, I think it sounds like the early 2000s.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
2000s.
Yeah, a sincere, honest tribute to that.
Yeah.
Not that was not even my intention, but once the song started coming together, I knew I'm gonna pull from that part of my brain.
Wait, what are those? What's that one band called? Like Dijon and.
Oh, well, we could put a screenshot of that album. Yeah, there's a song on there that influenced me too. Is from that era too. That had like a moody minor keyed piano around that BPM, a little chill break beat like that. I mean, that's a great recipe for a beautiful down tempo electronica song.
It reminds me a little bit of earlier Massive Attack or there's just so many of those bands I was so into.
If you're a Gen X and grew up in the time we did, you should be able to hear these references in the song, these subtle references.
I was realizing there's another funny thing that connects the artwork of Numenon and the Numenon remix actually, and Not Myself, and that's that they are all photographs that were taken on the Disneyland Resort property.
You would never know it for sure. Like for Numenon, the cover and the videos. I remember we went one night to Disney California Adventure with one of my cameras that I have more control over than than an iPhone or something like that.
Like
I leave the shutter open a long time and just get all the lights and move the camera to get those cool images. So we made the video based on like stills I took, and I could there's ways I can manipulate the video in my the still photos of my video editor to get them to move and do more interesting stuff like that.
Wow. So let's tell them. That was the Inside Out ride, which is one of our favorites. Such a good movie.
Emotional Whirlwind. Yeah, and a couple from Jumpin' Jellyfish, not too far away.
I know, it's so funny.
Yeah, so you would never guess it. It looks like we went somewhere really crazy and surreal. No, it was Disney California Adventure at night.
That's pretty funny.
And for Not Myself.
Yeah, I took a photo of like an extreme close-up from one of the many little garden areas. I'm pretty sure it was the flowers right outside of the Casey Jr. train ride.
In Adventureland.
Yeah. And so I had the photo of the flowers, and then I tried running a couple different filters on it. And the funny thing is I went back to like try to recreate that again in a larger size, and I don't remember where or how I got that cool effect anymore, but anyways, I love the way it turned out. It looks very silk screen. It kind of, I feel like it has kind of a 60s look.
Yeah, it's something, again, kind of retro, even older than like the references I was talking about music, that goes back even older. I agree.
Yeah, and I like those colors a lot, even though the flowers are clearly spring flowers, like they're poppies and some other things. With the colors, it ends up making it look a little more autumnal. So it's nice for now.
It makes sense that we got these cool images at Disneyland, because like they spend so much, like millions, to make everything look so cool there, the lighting and everything. So your average chump like us can go there and we couldn't set that kind of lighting and garden up ourselves. So we just go and
maybe, but we probably just wouldn't.
We wouldn't. Yeah, it's a lot of work and money. So it makes sense. You don't just go there. You can go somewhere beautiful in nature, just somewhere that's inspiring and beautiful. Take photos there and see what you can do with them.
That's the thing. I've relied so much, speaking of like being, creative, beautiful things, so much of our artwork and videos has had to do with like the beach and the coast. So it was kind of fun to do something different on these last two, including the music video too for
Numenon. Had no beach or coast. That was shot in this room pretty much, except for those images shot at Disney. But I was a music video just kind of came together. I just had some kind of concepts. I just had maybe the first like 30 seconds. I showed it to Angie, a concept of the swirling lights and me strumming the guitar. And from there, she saw what I wanted to do. She go, I know what to do. We just came back and banged out that video.
We did it really quickly. But that was when you showed me like the photo and the video thing, how they're connected. I go, these flowers are out. Like clearly we're going with yours was like way better. And I really love how all of it turned out. But
on Not Myself though.
Not Myself.
The video, I was gonna say, it goes back to our beach.
It does.
Coast kind of thing.
But not as much about the water or the clouds, and more about the flowers.
To tie in with the album cover.
Yeah, we went on a couple of like flower-strewn walks during spring, and I had another video that I thought I was gonna use for a music video where we're walking through. There was like flowers on both sides of us. We're kind of like pushing through them. But this one that I shot, I shot that one at like broad daylight, and I thought this one that was shot as sun was going down, and
more moody
on Crystal Cove, more moody, and
more
to be honest, I had already edited it before as just like a vlog, so I just pretty much had to swap out the music and make a few tweaks here and there so it exactly fit
it all worked.
This song. And I thought, we spent so much time making the Numenon video, like this one we're strapped for time, and like this is nice.
It's nice.
It has a vibe.
And
the song is a vibe.
If it's in vertical format, our first vertical format music video too.
Yeah, it's cool. I have one more artwork secret that has to do with Disneyland.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had a reason to tell you guys this, but the photo on the cover of Temporal, the Lovespirals Downwards, like
Greatest
it's not
hits,
really. I don't know. Greatest hits is kind of a funny, but anyways, that was shot inside of the Alice in Wonderland ride back in whatever.
And
99.
And future spoiler potential hint here. I've shot in some more like cool lighting things in the Disney parks recently too. So we'll see if they get used.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah. Anyways, so those are our secrets. Those are most of them. Oh, speaking of Lovespirals Downwards,
you guys should know that the Flux vinyl has been out for a while now, and there is now they had to do a second pressing.
It's sold out.
Lost in Ohio Records.
Wow,
It's
sold
pretty
out.
much sold out. So a second pressing was made, and they got the copies in now, right?
Yes, they just started shipping them last week.
Yeah, it's got all these the bitchin' liner notes
Yeah.
and the new
It's
photography on the
craziness.
inside and everything.
Yeah.
So if you are if you've been putting off getting it, you're too busy when it came out.
Yeah,
life
that
is going
happened to
crazy.
one of the fans that
So
wrote
their
us.
life is just too crazy, kind of like how ours are right
Yeah.
now. Anyway, yeah, we'll put the link down there for the second pressing. I think this is going to be it. Once this goes,
That's what Bill said.
I'm-
Lost in Ohio said this is it.
this is it. So now
is
get it now before it's gone forever, because
Yeah.
probably never happen again.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not. Yeah.
Probably not. I mean, on especially it seems like on Instagram and maybe Facebook too. A lot of people are saying like, "What other albums are you gonna press?" It's like I don't know. I mean, you could pitch your ideas to Lost in Ohio,
Or you
and
could
maybe he'll do
or
it.
comment down below here
Yeah.
too. But yeah, we'll probably just keep working with them because vinyl mastering, pressing, and artwork production and distribution is not our thing here. So
Oh yeah,
it's-
especially distribution.
it's great to work with a partner who specializes in that. So yeah, comment to us and we'll share our results with them.
Speaking of which, that reminds me, one of the reasons why Lost in Ohio really wanted to do a second pressing was because they started getting a lot more requests from stores.
That was what was hitting them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all these stores were asking for copies, and he's like, I only have like 10 left. Like, what should I do? So, yeah, I'm not sure how many he pressed, but he pressed enough to
Another
fulfill all
one
of
or
those.
200, I think. So
Okay.
it depends how many the stores order. That'll be how many you guys can buy. So I'm saying I'm not trying to sell them, but I'm just want to make sure if you are a true fan, you want to have Flux on vinyl. I personally wouldn't delay because
I wouldn't either.
Once they're gone, they're gone.
So it sounds like there's probably only 500 copies total in the world.
I think so, plus some
Yeah.
test pressing, so maybe 510 or something like that.
Yeah.
We have a few here, but yeah.
A few.
Yeah.
A few. Oh, I just remembered one other Flux factoid that happened during this time.
Oh yeah, something
Yeah.
cool, yeah.
This DJ Avalon Emerson, I think she's also a musician as well, but she released All Night Long in London a DJ set. She released on Apple. You can actually watch the DJ set on YouTube, and pretty early in her set she played City Moon.
Yay.
Yeah, so that's kind of
Yeah,
fun.
I've heard City Moon's got like a weird resurgence
Yeah.
lately. I don't know what's going
Yeah.
on. The same thing happened to the Cocteau Twins, actually. Like See Swallow Me from their Harold Budd album, Moon of Melodies.
Oh.
See Swallow Me is having this weird resurgence, and for Lovespirals Downwards, it's City Moon.
Yeah, City Moon is on so many playlists on Spotify.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember. There was also a musician who had played Coachella, who had done she'd done a backstage interview. And I was like, "Oh, is there any like music that you've been into lately?" She's like, "Oh, I really love Flux from Those Rolls Down." It was the song City Moon, and a lot of people were tagging us on it.
My friend Daniel, he was at a concert recently. I don't know what band it was. I never heard of him, but he sent me a video of what's going on. You know how bands will have a playlist of songs before they come on?
Oh yeah.
They were playing City Moon for like
What?
1,000 people or whatever at this
That's so
show. I'll see if
crazy.
I can dig that up.
City Moon is Ryan's number one song. Apparently, everyone knows that one.
I mean, it's a cool little poppy song.
Yeah.
I guess not my best work ever, but I'm not like ashamed of anything like
Yeah.
that. So that's cool.
I kind of lost track on how many playlists Numenon's been
I
added
remember last
to.
time you said on Spotify once
Yeah.
it was shared on over 1,000 playlists. It's
Yeah.
like wow, I kind of lost track,
I
but
think
yeah.
it was like 700 that the new one's on.
Yeah, it's getting
somewhere
up
in that
there. So
realm.
people are enjoying the music, and
That's good to know.
That's why we do it. I mean, first of all, I just make music because I just can't. I have to make
You
music.
can't make
I
music.
can't stop
I
making
can't,
music. So that's the primary reward, just like kind of personal or
Just as it was in the early
you can
days.
call it selfish
when you were
even.
making music before you even got hooked up with Project,
Yeah.
you were making music for fun. In fact, I have found a cassette of mix downs of his pre-Suzanne music. In fact, 2 songs that he was singing on. I was like threatening to release
So
it.
I don't need to be famous or anything like that, but just the fact
you
that
always
other
said.
people are getting something out of it. A lot of people say they made babies to songs
Yeah.
and you and I have made together. That's cool. I'm glad people's lives are getting better.
People have played our music at their weddings.
Yeah,
It's pretty nuts.
It's just hard to imagine, how all that going on. Imagine if you're a huge artist too. This happens on a
That's gotta be
scale we can't even
crazy.
imagine. But yeah, I'm honored and humbled.
I think we're happy not to have like that much attention.
Oh yeah.
You know, that much pressure.
Hey, there's so and so or something like that.
Yeah, we've had tastes of that through our various things.
Yeah, as being micro celebrities in various scenes and stuff. But anyway.
Absolutely. Yeah, but we have more music coming, by the way. We've been working on several. We have at least 3 songs, I think.
But one is really pretty far into production, maybe about halfway finished, and it's going to fit in beautifully with the mood of Numenon and Not Myself. It's going to be.
I'm excited.
If we had waited, we could have had this great 3-song EP. But no, we don't like that. We want to release songs as quickly as we come instead of hoarding them and people forget about us and stuff like that. So that's going to be our new mode, from here on out. Now that's the modern way of operating. I think it works well rather than hoarding songs for 3 years.
Yeah. It's just different. When you're working on one song, you can just really caress it and put all your attention span on it. When you're working on an album, it's maybe
Divided attention.
maybe 1 or 2 songs. You're like, that's good enough. We need to move on. We need to get these 9 to 10 songs. And 9 to 10 songs these days isn't really even an album. Like, people will say EP, there'll be 8 songs on it. So things have changed a lot in the time you've been releasing albums, that's for sure.
If there's a long time in between the releases for us, like several months, that means we're working hard on the songs. I mean, I'll spend a month mixing a song. You don't have that luxury when you're making an album. You'll get fired or something for being so slow. So there's a lot of attention to detail, to polish songs and make them as beautiful and professional as we can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there's some more of that coming, for sure.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll have this new song for you by the holidays, we're hoping. That's our goal.
Is to definitely get at least one more song out this year.
Yeah, as long as our lives don't get too crazy. We've had a lot of weird personal things going on. Not between us. No. We're doing fine, but just a lot of,
family stuff.
Yes. And things breaking down.
Yeah, technology stuff.
Like the air conditioner doesn't work in the studio as of right now. So anyway, we're trying to get our thing together. But anyway, assuming we can get over this little hump, we should be able to resume working on the song again pretty soon, like in the next week or 2. Finish it, or at least the tracking, mix it, and get it out to you by the holidays.
That means you start thinking about the artwork.
We got to start thinking of the next steps. Yeah, so now's the time.
I don't know if we're gonna do another big fancy music video or not.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. It depends how much bandwidth we have.
I know.
Dealing with other things in life too. But we'll get it. We promise, because this is a cool song.
I think I could give a teaser.
Okay.
Speaking of music videos, I'm involved with a project that's supposed to be coming out next month that I collaborated on the lead single and music video for. So I guess I won't say anything more, but there will be an Angie B music video and single, which is quite different from anything that Lovespirals has ever done, that's for sure. It's more experimental, and so that should be next month. So I will let you know.
On social media.
Yeah, and on the website. That's what I wanted to talk about. You guys, I've been working so hard on updating. We have 3 practically identical websites.
That's kind of on purpose, because we had websites that were really they were beautiful, but super not fun or easy to update. So now we've changed the themes. We can update them.
Yeah, because a while back I changed my AngieB.com website to a new theme that I felt was easier to do what I need to do.
And I go, hey, this seems cool. It's like maybe not. It's pretty, but it's pretty enough. It's older, but super easy to update.
It is really easy to update.
So I changed the band websites over to that same
both
thing too.
Lovespirals and Lovespirals Downwards.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, like, Lovespirals.com was your first personal website.
Yeah, back when Lovespirals Downwards happened. I got Lovespiralsdownwards.com. I got that like way later, after the band broke up, I think. Yeah.
For temporal and moving forward, we had Lovespirals.com. But then eventually we got Lovespiralsdownwards.com. And it was good to own it and stuff. But like Lovespirals and Lovespiralsdownwards.com are very, very similar at this point. So there's a lot of similar stories. So I've been updating both websites with all this kind of stuff that's going on right now, as well. On Lovespiralsdownwards.com, I started archiving old interviews and stuff, because I've got this whole stack of like fanzines and magazines and everything that's got Lovespirals Downwards interviews and reviews and stuff. And I thought, why am I hoarding these here? Like the internet would probably want to read these if they had access to them. So I've been scanning them, and also now that you can really quickly grab text from photos in iPhotos, I can quickly put a translation on there too, so that
Nice.
you know, yeah, so you don't have to stare at these little
And
pictures.
type it out all day.
I know, exactly. So
AI for the win.
even cooler, we still have some old newspapers from the times you guys were in Mexico.
Oh, and could translate it
I could
too.
translate it too. So for the first time ever, I know what these articles say. Like,
But thank you, you computer engineers out there making the world a better place.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So, but I figured, I guess what makes the most sense is to just put them up on the date that they were released. You know, the date of the newspaper or the date.
Backdated.
Yeah, so everything's backdated to like 1995, 1997,
So just,
blah blah blah.
just cruise and explore the sites if you care to.
so
if
you
you
can
want
learn
to see
more.
all this information, but
I just do it when I have a little time in between other stuff. So.
But speaking of websites, and you said you want people to know about that Angie B thing coming out next month. How will people be able to know about this?
For sure, I'll post it on Angie B. But I'll also post it on lovespirals.com.
And how about on social medias? A lot of people don't go to websites anymore, we know. Yeah.
I know. I heard there's supposedly like a little resurgence.
like
people
vinyl,
gonna-
yeah, but anyway.
Exactly. But anyways, yeah, so we're Love Spirals Official on Instagram. I mean, I think Instagram of all the social sites is probably the coolest. I sometimes update our Twitter, but I usually forget.
Yeah, we're kind of over Twitter.
We don't really have like a following on Twitter
No,
because
so it's
it was
not
just a
even worth
ghost
it.
town.
Yeah, so it's not worth our time.
And then Facebook, you know, I'll put it on there too.
Love Spirals. Yeah.
But yeah, those are the places for sure. We do have a Love Spirals TikTok, but like I've just found it too hard to do band content. Just we get copyright strikes on our own songs. It's so annoying.
It's stupid. Yeah.
It's really, really stupid.
Not encouraging.
Yeah. And you know, sometimes I post stuff too on our YouTube page. I'll post sometimes on the community tab if I remember to put stuff. So
Follow and subscribe. Love Spirals Official on YouTube.
Yeah. So that's basically
Now you've pretty much caught up with Love Spirals.
I know. Yeah. Catching up with Love Spirals.
Basically.
I remember last night I was saying that we should talk about your thing with like old
gadgets.
Old
I've been
gadgets?
messing
Did we even
around
talk
with
about
messing around with old like iPods. Remember these
talk
things?
about returning to olden days.
Trying to get these like working again and stuff like that. So that's been kind of a weird little hobby of sorts.
Yeah, we've been messing around with old cameras too.
Yeah.
Just fooling around.
A little retroness in our lives, I guess.
I forget it was today or yesterday I posted that picture of us meeting Sadness at DCA.
Oh, from the Disney movie.
On the old camera that actually burnt in the date on
Yeah.
the photo.
I turned that off finally, but yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah, I think he was doing a live stream for Happy Healthy Vegan, and it was talking about like buying stuff on Bandcamp, like, and I was like, oh, the reason that you would want to buy something on Bandcamp,
buy our MP3s or whatever, so you could stream them on your iPods.
Exactly.
You can put them on your phones and stuff too, but that's what iPods shine at for all your MP3s and stuff. Yeah, or your AACs.
Yeah,
or
you
whatever.
can put your super high res things on there, so that's cool. And the cool thing about those is you can plug in your like big headphones.
Yeah, it has
and all
headphone
that.
jacks. It's cool. So that's what I've been doing a little bit, walking around with the iPod and some cool studio headphones and enjoying music. It's
Nerding out.
kind of nice not to have to wear AirPods.
I know,
or
since
whatever.
we still have our
Yeah.
old iPods, but you had to do some stuff to get it working.
Yeah,
again,
usually
right?
batteries and hard drives go. So yeah, that's a whole nother. If you're interested in that, just look it up on YouTube. There's a million videos about that.
I remember we met up with my old bandmate. I had a band. I had a couple bands before I joined Ryan's band. And this guy Nick, he still lives near us, and we get together for old tech stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were talking about that topic.
Yeah, he collects a ton of old like 90s like synthesizers.
That's what his
and
whole
effects.
business is.
Yeah, rents them out and stuff like that. It's pretty wild. It's been great. It actually helped me fix some of my gear. I'm looking right now at my Lexicon PCM70.
Yeah.
I've had that thing since the days of making Flux, and the battery for storing presets has been like on the. It's been whack. I've been able to use the device, but I couldn't store presets anymore. I just have to dial them in manually every time. But anyway, yeah, he was able to hook me up to a place that can fix this kind of stuff. I didn't know where to go, so he's been a great resource. And now my PCM70 is kicking ass. It's all over Numenon. Some of the really sustainy guitars on Numenon.
Yeah.
That's the PCM70.
Old school.
Yeah,
We use that on
beautiful.
so many of our albums.
I love the PCM70. Yeah.
Wait, what's the name of Nick's business again? Because people can rent stuff.
Don't
from
remember.
Deep
We'll text them.
Studio.
Look in the show notes.
I feel bad.
We'll get it. Just look down in the show notes if you want to rate like retro synths and effects and stuff like that.
Yeah, or and recording gear.
Recording gear too. Yeah, you have some old Pro Tools sessions from 2001.
Yeah,
contact them.
Yeah, and that's how. I mean, Flux probably would not even be here unless we were able to hook up with one of his DAT machines.
Yeah,
since ours was going haywire.
I thought he said someone broke his...
Someone broke his DAT machine, so we got our album done first, thank goodness.
I'll get it fixed. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I think that's it. So I've been saying, leave any comments down here for us. If you want to share it, if we asked any questions, any questions for us, like we said before, like if you want to see any vinyl come out of, anything we ever made, let us know. We'd like to see if there's like a consensus out there we can share with Lost in Ohio Records.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah. That's true. We would love to.
They like to know that data before they invest, make an investment in it. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. So anyways, thanks for streaming and purchasing and downloading and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. And share this with other Lovespirals and Lovespirals Downwards fans and people just want to learn more about some cool music that you know about and they don't know about yet. So share, spread the word, please. That's how we get it out there, is by word of mouth through people that enjoy and appreciate what we do.
Absolutely. We don't have an outro, do we?
No, we don't have an outro anymore, do we? We should look at our old shows and see if we have from 10, 20 years ago, see if we had an outro. But
That's a great question.
We'll just tell people thank you for taking some time out of your day or evening and chilling with Lovespirals here.
Yeah. Oh, that was really professional.
I'm a pro. Wow. I've been doing this a long time now.
That's so funny.